long before maps, before borders, before roads cut across continents. The Earth was marked by travelers, not with ink, not with monuments, but with steps, each print pressed into mud, each stride recorded in stone, each path a memory the planet refused to forget. These are not bones, not skeletons posed in museum halls. These are movements. This is how we trace the migrations of dinosaurs, through the scars they left behind. Dinosaurs did not live in isolation. They roamed, across river valleys, across deserts, across coastlines that no longer exist. In the age of Pangaea, continents were fused into one immense landmass, a supercontinent without oceans dividing species. Where today we see separation, they saw continuity. What is now North America, Africa, Europe, was once a single connected wilderness. Migration was not extraordinary. It was survival. When land is continuous, movement is inevitable. Early theropods, ancestors of later giants, spread widely. Prosauropods grazed across immense corridors of vegetation. Armored herbivores followed seasonal rains. There were no political borders, no mountain ranges fully impassable, no oceans blocking expansion, only climate, food, and instinct. But the Earth does not stay still, and neither do continents. As the Jurassic dawned, Pangaea began to tear apart. Rifts widened, oceans formed, land bridges narrowed, migration routes closed. Populations that once mingled became isolated. And isolation changes evolution. When a species becomes separated, it adapts to its new world, diverging slowly, generation by generation. The same ancestor, splintered into many forms. The scars of tectonic motion rewrote the story of life. But how do we know they moved? Bones tell us what they were. Footprints tell us where they went. In places like the American Southwest, thousands of tracks cross ancient floodplains, parallel lines stretching for kilometers. Some move north, some south, some in tight formation. Herd behavior frozen in time. In Morocco, in China, in Argentina. Trackways appear in layers of rock that were once mud beneath migrating feet. These are not accidents. They are roots. Just as modern animals migrate with the seasons, dinosaurs likely followed water and vegetation cycles. Massive herbivores required vast quantities of food. Forests did not remain uniform year-round. Floodplains dried. Monsoons shifted. Drought forced movement. A herd that stayed still would starve. So they moved, sometimes hundreds of kilometers, not wandering, not lost, but following patterns written in climate. Imagine herds of sauropods, creatures longer than buses, walking in slow procession across open land, their weight pressed deep into mud, their path visible for miles. These were not small migrations. They reshaped landscapes. Trails compacted vegetation. Rivers shifted. Sediment patterns changed. Even today, we find wide corridors in fossil beds that suggest repeated passage. Highways of the Mesozoic. But perhaps the most remarkable migrations occurred near the poles. Fossils discovered in ancient Arctic regions reveal dinosaurs living in environments that experienced months of darkness. Did they migrate south for winter? Or endure freezing conditions year-round? Some trackways suggest seasonal departure. Others imply adaptation to cold. The Earth's scars do not always answer clearly. They leave questions, and questions drive discovery. As continents drifted farther apart, migration patterns shifted permanently. South America became isolated. Australia drifted away. Africa separated. Species that once roamed together evolved independently. Predators grew unique. Herbivores developed distinct defenses. Migration, once effortless, became impossible. The Earth itself decided who could move and who would remain. And then, 66 million years ago, the migrations stopped. Not gradually, not seasonally, but suddenly. The asteroid did not erase footprints. It ended journeys. The last herds never reached their next valley. The final migrations froze mid-stride. But the Earth kept the record. Stone does not forget. Today, we walk across ancient deserts without realizing we follow paths laid down millions of years ago. The continents have shifted. The climates have changed. The travelers are gone. But their roots remain, pressed into rock, carved into cliffs, hidden beneath our feet. Migration is older than humanity. Movement is older than memory. And the Earth still bears the scars of those who walked before us. This was the forgotten wild.